Hi, my name is Paula Fry. I have spent a lifetime investigating, researching, and trying the best diets and treatments for the pain and inflammation of autoimmune disease. The study of nutrition has been my lifelong passion. I've had rheumatoid arthritis for almost 50 years, so I know the pain of this disease. I am pain free today, so I'm able to live an abundant and full life. I've written a book called 21 Keys for Renewing Your Health, which is based on years of research. These videos are based on my book. I hope they help you, especially if you have arthritis, inflammation, and pain. My prayer is these videos will help you renew your health. Hello. Today I want to talk to you about protein. I have found that protein plays a big part in my pain and inflammation of autoimmune disease. I have rheumatoid arthritis, and I found early on that protein with saturated fat really did cause pain and inflammation. The chuck roast, the baked pork chops, and the barbecue sauce, and all those things I found were not good for me. I have written a book called 21 Keys for Renewing Your Health, and I wrote this book to help people that have autoimmune disease. And one of the things I found in all my research is protein is very important. We need it every day. Your body cannot store protein like it does carbohydrates and fats. So protein is needed for your bones and your hair and your skin and your muscles and for every part of your body nearly. Vegetarians and vegans have a really hard time getting their protein because they don't eat meat, but you can get it. You can eat beans and grains and nuts and seeds and lots of good vegetables, and you can get your protein. But you just have to realize that beans are incomplete, grains are incomplete, but together they make a complete protein. It has to do with amino acids. So protein, the type of protein that you eat plays a big part in how you're going to feel. I usually eat vegetarian for breakfast and lunch, and sometimes I have a little meat protein in the evening, depending on what we have planned at that time. But I try to stay basically vegetarian. There's a lot of ranchers out there that are doing grass-fed beef that are, the grass-fed beef has more omega-3 and less saturated fat. It's more of a lean protein. It doesn't go to feedlots where they feed a lot of corn and grains and soybean to put fat on them. And that saturated fat is really what causes the inflammation. So if you can find a source for grass-fed beef, that would be great. Many years ago, people ate only animals that were grass-fed or wild animals that ate, whatever animals eat. Deer eat sometimes bark off trees. They eat all kinds of things. They eat my flowers sometimes. But we live here in Wyoming. We have deer in our town that wander around. So people used to eat better protein than what we do today. Our feedlots are crowded, and the cows are fed, like I said, things that aren't good for them or us either. So I just recommend, if you're going to eat beef or chicken or fish, you need to, well, with fish, I recommend the wild-caught, I like the Alaskan salmon, that real dark red salmon. That's high in omega-3s. It's really good for you. I don't eat farm-raised salmon. It's that light pink color. Be careful of the fish you eat. Some fish are high in mercury, which is really bad for your brain and your body. It's really bad for your children. I recommend that you eat organic beef, organic chicken if you're going to eat chicken. I have to be really careful with chicken, and I will tell you, you can try and see how it affects your inflammation, but chicken and turkey are both inflammatory for me, and especially the skin. So if we make chicken, I don't eat very much, and I never eat the skin or the fat. Another meat that you have to be careful with is pork. You know, we all love bacon. Pork is good. I mean, there are pork chops and all the things, sausage that are made from pork. But in the United States, pork is given a drug called ractopamine. And ractopamine boosts the growth, and it helps it produce lean meat. There are 160 nations that have banned ractopamine, including all the European Union, Russia, and China, but the U.S. feeds approximately 60 to 80% of the pigs here this drug. So the FDA has linked nearly 250,000 reported cases where pigs were unable to stand, started trembling, suffered a host of other ailments. Ractopamine binds to the beta receptors in the heart muscle and in smooth muscles, which create a racing heart in humans. This drug cannot be good, and this meat cannot be good for anyone, especially those of us that have autoimmune disease. So I just recommend, if you are going to buy pork or bacon or anything made from pork, to try to get the organic. And of course with bacon, nitrate free. That's another carcinogen that we have in our grocery store. So I just recommend that you really be careful with pork. I limit my servings. If I do eat any type of meat, I just limit it to twice a week. And then I make sure that I combine the beans and the grains, because you need a complete, like I said, a complete protein. And beans don't have all the amino acids, and grains don't have all the amino acids, but together they do. Nuts is another good protein, seeds, vegetables, and none of those have complete protein like meat does, but when you combine them, they do. So you can't just eat one of those. You've got to combine them. Another protein that I think is really good are eggs. I enjoy eggs, and you can do pretty much anything with eggs. You can boil eggs and scrambled eggs and make frittatas, make fried eggs. You can make, we make a German pancake that's basically eggs with a little flour, and you bake it with apples. So there's a lot of things you can do with eggs. And research has found that cholesterol from food doesn't seem to impact the blood cholesterol and raise the bad cholesterol, that LDL cholesterol in the body, like they once thought it did. Eggs are very low in calories. I think they're only 80 calories each, and they're an excellent source of lots of vitamins and minerals that help your mental function, help your eyes and your memory. And as we get older, we need help with keeping our eyes healthy, because they get dry, we get macular degeneration, and we have a lot of problems. Eggs contain folate and 2B complex vitamins, riboflavin, vitamin E and A, selenium, and of course lutein. And lutein is really, really good for your eyes. You need to get lutein every day. So I recommend eating an egg every day if you can, or every other day anyway. And I have not found that eggs cause inflammation in my body. So that is a good thing. I found out
a few years ago that I could not drink milk, and I found out the hard way. For months I was having horrible cramps. I would eat cottage cheese for lunch, and oh, I was sick all afternoon, and I just really didn't realize that it was the milk, that I could eat cottage cheese for years, and just one day it started making me sick. And as we get older, the enzyme that that helps break down the milk proteins is lacking. We no longer have as much of that enzyme, and a lot of people have problems with dairy, especially people that have allergies and asthma and autoimmune disease. They really should be careful with the amount of dairy they eat. I love cheese on pizza, but I have to be real careful about the amount that I eat. I can just eat very little. I make my own yogurt with organic milk, and I try to eat 2 containers of plain yogurt a day. I do put a little honey and a little bit of organic vanilla in it, and it's very good. It's a good snack. It's good to eat before you go to bed. But there are a lot of the cakes and cookies, and a lot of the prepared foods have a lot of whey in them. And whey is the protein that most people with allergies have a problem with. So be really careful. Read the labels of anything that you buy. I personally don't like anything in a box or a bag or prepared. I just don't feel good when I eat it. And you have to look for monosodium glutamate and all those other awful chemicals in your foods. And a lot of times you look on the back and read all those ingredients, and you think, oh my goodness, what is in here? It's things you can't even pronounce. So just be careful with that, because it could have your dairy in it, especially if you're dairy sensitive. Many of your health drinks, your protein powders, your granola bars have whey. So read the label if you are sensitive to that. Well, I went through protein very quickly. Those of us with autoimmune disease have to be really careful with our protein. And I just recommend eating really good, healthy, if you're lucky enough to have local organic produce and grass-fed beef and all those good things, I would really take advantage of that and eat those things, and stay away from the processed and the prepared and the fast food and all that stuff. You'll just feel better. Well, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you got something out of it. I wrote a book called 21 Keys for Renewing Your Health by Paula Fry. It's on Amazon. You can get the Kindle edition too. I just thank you for watching the video, and I just pray that you feel better and that these videos are helping you. And God bless you. Hi, thank you for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful. Please leave a comment in the comments, and if you have any questions, please leave those questions and I will answer them as quickly as possible. Also, click on the liked icon if you like this video. I've written a book called 21 Keys for Renewing Your Health. You can buy it on Amazon. It's on the Kindle edition or paperback, and I think you'll find it very helpful. I will have some more videos on my book, and hopefully they will all help you. So I'll see you next time. Thank you.